this might very well be the most anticipated set for the first half of the year. Obviously, there's a lot of competition out there, but this set was extremely hard to find when it first launched. The reason being it sold out instantly and for good reason. I mean, who doesn't like Back to the Future? Who doesn't like Speed Champions and an actual affordable theme? Hello, I'm Zach, and welcome back to the channel. This is the brand new, well, not at the time of recording this, but it was brand new when I bought it. I'm just super behind on my builds. This is the Time Machine from Back to the Future, aka the DeLorean, one of the most iconic Hollywood cars out there. Contains 2 minifigures, 357 pieces, and retails for just under $30 USD. I'm excited. You know, if you're new to the channel, Speed Champions is definitely one of my favorite sets or favorite series in all of LEGO. Now, this is a 2v1, a 2-in-1. You can build it with the tires extended or as a standard Speed Champions build with the tires down like a standard vehicle. I think I'm going to be building the standard one, but, you know, I can see it go either way. I'm going to be really excited when I build this. I'm not the biggest Back to the Future guy. I love them, but it's definitely not like a Jurassic Park or Lord of the Rings for me. It's a great series, but it's just not my personal favorite out there. However, they're fantastic. My first ever Comic-Con, I actually got to sit in one of the DeLoreans that they used for the movies, so that was pretty darn cool. Definitely not a set that anybody's gonna turn down. If you see it on the shelves now, it's going to be a little bit easier, but when it first launched, it was definitely a lot harder to get a hold of. So now it's pretty reasonable. I'll have a link in the description below, and I'll probably have like the little link up here too, if you guys are interested in picking this up for yourself. The city looking all beautiful in the background, all lit up. I do have another lighting kit. I haven't done one of those in a while, but Dungeon Crawler Carl Part 1 is officially out as of recording this, and Dungeon Crawler Carl Part 2 is coming, as soon as I can get it done. I don't know how much I want to do for Part 2, whether I want to like finish the actual entire segment or just do like maybe half of it. I'm not sure, but it will be out as soon as I get it finished. But for now, I'm going to build this, and I do have about 30 others in my backlog. Some of them have been there for literal months, so I definitely have to get through them. So I'm not going to carry on too long in terms of the intro. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Remember, you can like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It's definitely helpful. Follow me on Instagram, Bricked, TikTok, Facebook, the whole 9 yards. I'll have links to all of that in the description below. Same thing if you want to become a member to the channel or not. Let me know in the description below what you guys are currently building, if you built this set, how you like it, and everything else. And I'll see you guys at the end of the build. Alright, so I figured the easiest way to do this was just to build the standard version first, and then I'll kind of dismantle it. Well, not really dismantle it, but just make a couple changes to turn it into the actual, like, secondary build version. But the set is awesome. The minifigures look great, and I figured we could at least cover some of this. Before I forget, there is a small Easter egg in the actual instruction manual. I should have had turned to it, but you know what? We don't prep that well here on this channel. But they have the little 88 signified, since they have to get to exactly 88 miles an hour. So I love that they added that just little detail to it. I think that was really cool. I like when they do that for like these classic sets, or they're based off of, like a big thing of pop culture or history or something like that. When they do like the little instruction manual differences, I always think that's great. I almost forgot to turn the city on in the background. But as for the build, it's fantastic. It's definitely a little bit more detail oriented in terms of like a lot of the side panels and stuff than a normal Speed Champion set, but we will cover the minifigures first. They both look fantastic. I would imagine we'll start with Marty McFly here. Looks great. I love that red puffer vest. That is going to be great for like Winter Village builds and like winter setups in the city and stuff like that. I think that the puffer vest piece, I don't think it's something I have in my city just yet. I actually don't believe so. But that's definitely one that has to come to the city at some point. And then next up we have, probably most people's favorite character in Back to the Future, which is Doc Brown, the crazy old man. You gotta love him. But the minifigure looks fantastic, a lot of details. The face print looks fantastic, but I think they did a nice job. I love the radioactive symbol on the back, all his little tools and such. Looks fantastic. Definitely my favorite character in Back to the Future, but looks really solid. Definitely enjoyed both minifigures here, so I can set them off to the side. And then we move on to the actual bulk of this build, which of course is going to be the Time Machine / DeLorean, whatever you'd really like to call it. But I love it. Looks fantastic. The wheels look very nice as well, going back and forth. All the moving parts look really solid in my opinion. Like everything really came together nice. Some of the colors definitely stand out, but it's all for a reason. I think they did a really nice job on the back as well. And again, you'll see some changes as we go, but the Out of Time, I mean, one of the most famous license plates in all of Hollywood. I love the use of the fishing rod coming off of it. Looks fantastic. The panels on the side definitely look really cool, you know, going down this way. I think it looks nice. There's a bit of a gap in here, but you know, they did the best they could with the design. There's obviously no way to make it perfect. The most infuriating part for me, which it was actually more of my error, the wiring here along the side, like this rubber piece that goes here, make sure it actually hooks in properly. I didn't have it hooked properly up here at first, so it was just throwing the entire build off. So, you know, just simple little mistake like that. You can take the windshield off as always, and it's a little bit tougher to see in there, but you can actually see you know, the time and the coordinates, the plutonium chamber with little dials, which looks really cool, but it looks fantastic inside. So whether you want to display the minifigures inside or outside, you know, obviously it looks fantastic. And of course that DMC logo up front for the actual DeLorean brand, but it looks fantastic. I think they did a really nice job in this set. You know, I'll say from here to the end of my Lego building days one day, Speed Champions is definitely among the most, you know, just cost effective and like great designs. You know, I love this. Looks fantastic. I can't wait to put it probably next to the James Bond Aston Martin. I don't know. Or it'll wind up on my desk. One of the two. I don't really have a pop culture spot for like the movies, but now I'm going to change this build into the next one and we can go on from there. All right, so this is the secondary build. The only real difference, the tires are going to rotate to look like it's actually flying up in the air, and the Mr. Fusion canister in the back, as well as the new license plate. Those are the only differences. I prefer the other one just a bit. These are a little bit tough to get in that slot, those 1x4, so definitely be careful with that. I snapped off a couple of these brackets more than once. You can see that one's still a little bit crooked, but overall the set is fantastic. I cannot recommend it enough. Thank you guys for joining me for another Lego build. Definitely check this set out. It's awesome. And the Lightning McQueen one, not to mention all of the I think I still have to build the Ferrari. I still have F1 sets to build too, but you know, it's definitely a great theme. I need a new mouse pad. I've been painting like for my mock on this, and it's just getting beat to death now, so I definitely have to pick another one up. I like the white background, but like it is awful to try and keep clean, especially when you start painting on it. But that's gonna do it for this, guys. Thank you so much. Again, you can follow me on a bunch of different places down below if you're interested. I'll see you guys next time. Happy building, everybody.